Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Palantir Technologies PLTR stock news and how they won another great contract. After that, we will discuss 3 other stocks that could surge in this current market environment, so keep an eye out for those. Then we will go over how Nano Dimension has sold some of their 3D printers to a very established client in the AM and 3D printing industry, which is amazing news. And then lastly, we will take a look at the newest ChargePoint stock news and how it's trading below its fair value price, which gives us a great investment opportunity. Go and press the like button right now if you own a PLTR stock, NNDM stock, or CHPT stock. Comment down below if you smashed the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Remember to turn on all subscription notifications to stay informed, and now let's get right into today's stories. According to Bloomberg, Palantir Technologies has won a new contract with the US Department of Veteran Affairs, which is fantastic news. This contract is a 4-year deal that has a worth of $90 million. This just furthers Palantir's goal of becoming the default operating system across the entire US government, and I personally think that this goal is a great goal to have, and it's very achievable for a company like Palantir due to their amazing analytics technology. However, Palantir will need to keep up this great contract-winning momentum with high-profile clients if they want their stock to do well, but the good news is that they are already expecting another contract award to come in from the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency in the near future. These contracts are sure to boost Palantir's revenues as well as excite investors, especially as their earnings report is fast approaching, which is anticipated to be released around November 11th. Overall, things have been looking very good for Palantir and their PLTR stock due to their continuous contract awards and great quarterly earnings and revenue growth. For the whole year of 2021, Palantir is projected to bring in $1.5 billion worth of revenue. So this upcoming earnings report will tell us if Palantir is on track or not. So subscribe and stay tuned for that information when it comes out. The PLTR stock still has loads of growth potential built into it for long-term investors, and for short-term investors, Palantir is still trading below its fair value price of $28, while some analysts have a PLTR stock price target of $31. So it also makes sense as a short-term investment, but remember, this is not financial advice. However, you should know that you would be buying a company that is trading at 35 times its projected 2021 revenues. So keep that in mind because there is some risk here. However, I personally think that the investment is justified by the revenue growth rate of 30% until 2025 and a 30% operating margin. If you are familiar with Palantir, then you are probably familiar with Peter Thiel, who is a co-founder of Palantir. Peter Thiel is a billionaire venture capitalist who co-founded PayPal, and he also invested into Facebook very early on, and he provided funding to LinkedIn, Yelp, and many other tech startups. So I thought we should look at 3 stocks in Peter Thiel's portfolio that could give us great returns because he is amazing at picking great companies. First on our list is Airbnb, which IPO'd at $68 and then it surged to $144 after the first day of trading for a gain of 113%, which is astonishing, and right now the stock trades at $170. Airbnb is most known for its vacation rental platform, but this company is bringing in massive amounts of revenues because just in the second quarter they brought in $1.3 billion, which is a 300% increase year over year. However, their market cap is over $100 billion, so I would wait for the stock to be a little cheaper, especially considering that their fair value is around $90. Next, we have Lyft, whose stock has increased 105% in the last year. Lyft is a ride-sharing service which has brought in $765 million worth of revenue in the second quarter, with a current market cap of $18.4 billion and a stock price of $55, but they also have a fair value of $63, so you are technically getting this at a deal. Lastly, we have Facebook, which is a social media platform that owns Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Oculus. This is a mega cap company that is larger than Twitter, Snapchat, and Pinterest combined. This stock has appreciated by 24% over the last 12 months, which beats the overall market, and the best part is that Facebook is almost $1 trillion company, and it's trading right now under its fair value price because the stock is worth right now $329, but the fair value price is $407. Now let's get into some NNDM stock news. So Nano Dimension has fulfilled an order from AccuMold for their Fabrica 2.0 3D printing machine. AccuMold is a very high-profile client that has more than 30 years in the industry, and they are a leader in the art and science of micromolding. This company is obsessed with precision and accuracy down to the micron and sub-micro level. The CEO and president of AccuMold had to say this about Nano Dimension's technology, and I quote, "As a company, we are proud of the fact that we stay ahead of the curve when it comes to the evolution of new technologies and techniques. This is symbolized by the fact that to achieve the exacting tolerance that matters to our customers, we developed our own micromolding technologies which outperform any off-the-shelf injecting molding technologies serving the micromanufacturing sector. For many years, we have been keeping an eye on industrial 3D printing to see how the technology may be of use to us and our customers. But until we were introduced to Fabrica Group, all commercially available technologies fell short in terms of precision and tolerance attainment and speed and repeatability. We are truly excited to have just taken delivery of Fabrica Group's Fabrica 2.0 Micro AM machine, and we see this as an important strategic move that will further reinforce our market-leading credentials in the micromolding arena." End quote. For context, the Fabrica 2.0 machine from Nano Dimension's Fabrica Group is so precise and quick that it can print things 10 to 100 times faster than their competition. The CEO of AccuMold also goes on to say this, and I quote, "The hugely impressive technology that Fabrica Group has developed will, in short order, add significant possibilities for us and our customers. With the Fabrica 2.0, we can already cater for customers requiring low to medium-sized runs economically, as the same economies of scale do not exist when using AM as opposed to traditional molding technologies. We can also create microparts with geometric complexity either impossible or prohibitively expensive using the micromolding process." Skipping further down in the quote, "This unlocks new business possibilities for us and our customers, as up until this point, we have been restricted to the use of long lead time and expensive traditionally manufactured molding tools for the achievement of any volume of molding from a prototype runs all the way through to mass manufacture." End quote. Basically, this Fabrica 2.0 machine is the best in the market, and now one of the top micromolding companies use it because it's way cheaper and much faster. Now let's talk about ChargePoint's CHPT stock, which has been falling lately while the company itself is actually doing pretty well. The current administration is aiming for 50% of all new passenger vehicles to be electrified by 2030, which means that these vehicles will need some place to charge and recharge their batteries, which will be great for ChargePoint, which is an EV charging station company. The best part about this stock is that it is trading under its fair value price. The stock went from being worth $35 in June to $25 in July to $20 in September to $18 in October. So lucky for us, this provides a great investment opportunity. This type of volatility is to be expected when investing into a company that sports an emerging technology. So make sure that you first have the stomach to endure the uptrends and the downtrends before investing. Also, do not think that the CHPT stock will surge back to $35 anytime soon, because that could take some time. Instead, let's focus on the company itself, and the stock price could follow later. First, let's talk about their amazing acquisitions. ChargePoint completed an acquisition of a company named Has2B, which is a provider of a cloud-based e-mobility electric vehicle charging and enterprise platform. This will make ChargePoint much more organized when entering or overtaking the charging market. Next, we have Vericity, which provides electric solutions for electric buses and commercial fleets. So with these two acquisitions, ChargePoint is set to do very well in the United States as well as over in Europe. Right now, ChargePoint is in 16 European countries, which gives them great revenue growth. For example, in the second quarter, ChargePoint had revenues of $56.1 million, which is a 61% increase year over year. ChargePoint also has a good amount of cash on their balance sheet, which stands at around $618 million, which will help them expand in the future. ChargePoint also has increased their projected 2022 revenues 3 different times, starting from $100 $195 million to $205 million to then $225 million to now $235 million. So the company is quickly growing their revenues. I personally think that the stock has a fair value of $30, but let's see what analysts think. According to analysts and a computer algorithm, the CHPT stock has a short-term technical score of 73, which means that in the last month, ChargePoint stock has traded more positively than 73% of all other stocks on the market. Currently, analysts have a strong buy rating for this stock with an average stock price target of $35.25. But what do you think? Comment your thoughts about Palantir, Nano Dimension, and ChargePoint down below. Remember to like this video, especially if you made it all the way to the end, and it helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next YT video.